Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are in round 12. It is the European Marvel Rivals Championship for console. We are in the lower bracket, meaning the team that loses this will be eliminated. The team that wins will keep their run going. If you tune into the games, which I believe are 2 days and 3 days from now respectively, then you will see which teams these players will be going up against. Excuse me. We have, on the left-hand side, Fanum Taxi. And on the right, a team we've already commentated. We did not get to really cover Fanum Taxi as of yet, but we have Not Sus. Returning once again. No Super Devil this time, but we still have, and I apologize if these translations are incorrect. My education system has failed me, being a Brit from the UK, so I do not really know what language this is, but according to Google Translate, it is Arabic, and they believe that the names are S's and Samurai on the side of Not Sus. Psylocke, Lunar Snow, and Iron Man, with finally Hela being banned out. But that's still going to be the Incredible Hulk being left available without Super Devil. Not Sus will not have their main Hulk player, but they still have Delta. They also have D7, who is the player who played the Iron Man when they were able to bust it out last time. Esses has already played Doctor Strange at one point as well. A very flexible team is Not Sus. They really are able to just swap players around and move people from role to role when need be. Dr. Hannibal looks like starting off with that Winter Soldier. But let's introduce the players, ladies and gentlemen. On the left-hand side of this domination map, we have Fanum Taxi with Jacob playing the Mantis. Napleston. Napleson. Napleson? Silent T, perhaps? We're going to go with Napleson. They're going to... Naplet. Answer is in the comments. How would you pronounce this? They're playing the Namor. Niatoka is going to be playing the Doctor Strange. Uyuzo will be on the Hawkeye. Ohio Warrior is playing Magneto. And Polycarp will be on the Cloak and Dagger. And on the right-hand side, it is Not Sus with Dr. Hannibal on the Winter Soldier. Delta on the Incredible Hulk. D7 will be playing Doctor Strange. S's, I believe, is playing the Mantis. Samurai, I think, is playing the Black Panther. And Axie is also on the Cloak and Dagger. Support's the same between both teams. Mabel already taking quite a bit of damage, but getting healed up nice and quickly. Sending damage, down range, already trying to take out the Doctor Strange on the backline. Hulk, classic strategy, in, out, in, do damage, get out. Don't get yourself caught out of position. In the meantime, Black Panther, Samurai in the backline, but is taken out by Jacob. We're seeing quite a few people dropping quite low for the side of Fanum Taxi, even though they do have the numbers advantage. But those are some good hits from Naples. Yuzo picks up the elimination as they chase back through. Delta dropped into that Bruce Banner. D7 taken out. It's a triple. And Not Sus forced off the point as Fanum Taxi will begin getting that percentage. Jacob keeping the team topped up. They have that Soul Resurgence. Yuzo taking a little bit of damage. This is a bit of a duel between the Samurai on that Black Panther and onto Yuzo, but Yuzo comes out ahead with the healing, able to snipe Samurai as they went for that heal point. The Hawkeye duel on the back, taken out very quickly here. Here comes Bound Together by Axie on the side of Not Sus, trying to burn their way through that front line, getting the team the extra healing. Dr. Hannibal takes out Jacob as Not Sus are starting to get some momentum. They're onto the point, making their way forward. But they're not getting much more. Aya Magamoto comes out, does not find anyone here, and Fanum Taxi are falling off this point brutally as Not Sus gain some momentum of their own. Samurai has swapped off the Black Panther and is now going to be playing the Wolverine. Oh, fastball special. Set up. into defense positions, getting the high ground, find the portal, throwing Wolverine into the portal to try and trap people, but they are not finding the right targets here, getting good damage, but completely isolated. They are taken out, pushing through. Meteor M for Ohio Warrior gets the support. Down goes Mantis. Estes removed from play as they dive onto D7, and Fanum Taxi with the portal play gets the quadruple. About to make it a quintuple. Down goes the Bruce Banner. And that is going to be not sus, forced off the point once again. 65 to 35, currently in favor of Fanum Taxi. What does Not Sus have left in play? They're going for a portal play of their own. Doctor Strange immediately there, spotting it from behind. Shielding, protecting, making their way forward, absorbing some of the damage, utilizing the fact that the map now gives them a little bit of floating abilities. Trying to get onto the board. Doing good damage output. D7. Aya Magamoto stuns out 4. Polycarp, Nebelstorm, and Jacob taken out with the Gamma Maelstrom. Down goes Niatoka. An Ohio Warrior finished off by Delta on the side there. Beautiful play there. And Not Sus reclaim control. The high ground Hulk. Waiting to see if anyone comes through the door, but realizing they can just defend here. Nice Gamma lockdown, radioactive lockdown. Unbreakable guard for Delta. Immediately broken as they are being forced to back out, but they are picked up instead. Niatoka trying to push forward, trying to get through the tank front line onto that back line where there is an Aya Magamoto available. They're playing aggressive because they do have it from above. Grabs Mantis and the Hawkeye there, but they're still getting forced back. The protection from D7, keeping everyone up and in play. Finally, S's on that Mantis gets taken out. Down goes the Hawkeye, as does D7. And Fanum Taxi on 99% in overtime. Not Sus forced off the point. And that is going to be point 1 of this first map. Going over to Fanum Taxi. Warrior Falls is next. Do Not Sus have anything left to bring this series back, as Fanum Taxi put on quite the impressive start to the series. Rocket Raccoon into that center point, potentially trying to bait anyone to come out so that they can use it for scouting purposes, showing that they have a rocket when they may not intend, when they don't intend on running the rocket, trying to bait their opponents into potentially swapping. No one seems to buy it though. No one going to be falling for it. In fact, very few hero swaps at all, except for the fact that we do see Samurai off of the Black Panther and Wolverine, and they are on a ranged hero for one of the first times here, bringing out the board. Good damage. But Magneto absorbing Ohio Warrior. Standing tall here. The healing output was good, but not good enough. Yuzo trying to burn through everyone in their way here. Finds the hit onto D7. That's going to be a double going over to Fanum Taxi right now. Ohio Warrior and Yuzo drop low, but they're healed up quickly. Hulk smash into the backline from Delta, but they are alone. They are popped, and they are sent back to spawn. Hannibal trying to stay up. Doesn't want to get themselves caught out of position, as Not Sus have been forced quite far back. Ohio Warrior gonna be holding down that front line. Pushing forward, great magnetic barriers. Covering for their team. Pushing forward. Creating pressure. Meteor M onto the culling turret. They get everyone. Aya Magamoto was used. no one there to take it. Everyone else has already been taken down. Delta barely escaping this one while still in one piece. They even get Dr. Hannibal again coming out of spawn. Ohio Warrior. Absolutely brutal so far in this series. Here comes the portal play. D7 from above. Try to find the angle. They have the Eye of Agamotto of their own. Down goes the platform. Trading out shots with the enemy Strange. Remember, they do have that Gamma bonus. D7 pushing forward, getting good damage output. Bound together. Here comes the Horde of Proteus onto the backline. Stuns out Dr. Hannibal, so they're losing a little bit of that damage. Samurai on this Punisher. Final judgment. D7. Eye of Agamotto stuns out too. It's both the strategists. Naples goes down. Jacob barely getting out of there. Niatoka finally going down. It was actually a strategist and a duelist who got stunned down by mistake there. Jacob able to avoid the stun. That's Fanum Taxi. Forced off the point at 79%. Not sus. Getting some score on the board. But they've used a lot of their ultimates here. They still have bound together. Dr. Hannibal is back in spawn. As they did get taken out from distance. Eye of Agamotto stuns out too. Immediately we lose S's. D7 is tagging through though, but where are the reinforcements? Dr. Hannibal is returning from base and they will be here very shortly, so it's only a 5 versus 4. Making it a 5 versus 5 as Polycop's taken out. D7 will be removed as Jacob continues to heal up the team. Delta trying to tank through as they have swapped off the Hulk and they move their way onto the Magneto of their own. Niatoka barely standing here, needs some healing fast. Strategists on their way from spawn, but they will make it in time. Beginning to top them up. Making their way onto the point. You can see the opportunity, 98, 99, and they didn't jump in time. Fanum Taxi take the 2-0 on this map number 1. Great setup there, and they took full opportunity and full control. Niatoka taking the MVP. Damage blocked. D7 coming out on top there with 31k. Damage done. 14k by both Niatoka, aka why they were top and MVP there, and by Dr. Hannibal, who we know just how insanely good they are. Yuzo, though, keeping up. While they did have 2k less damage, they did have 1 more pickup and more eliminations total. So we've got a little bit of a Hawkeye duel there between Yuzo and Hannibal. Very fun to see. Top healing, 19k by Taxy, only barely beating out Polycarp. But it's close. It is close between these two teams. And look at Taxy. Look at how safe they must be playing this game while still getting the most healing in the game. Only going down 2 times. Closest behind them was the front line. Just not being taken out here. Just insane protection from Fanum Taxi. Well, let's get set up for map number 2 in this best of 5 series, everybody. Don't go anywhere. And also, while you're waiting, enjoy the ads if you don't have YouTube Premium. But otherwise, maybe consider liking, subscribing, and commenting to help the algorithm think that I'm good or something. Much love. Thank you all so much for your kind comments so far. If you want to see these videos one day earlier, you can become a member on YouTube. Thank you all for watching. See you all in just a moment. I know y'all like this kind of information. Every single one of these players in this particular round is on PlayStation. Seems to be a bit of information that people like. Let me know in the comments, if you're a console player who watches my videos, are you a PlayStation or an Xbox person? Are there any Nintendo Switch gamers out there incredibly jealous? As we are heading to Spider Islands. Defense by Fanum Taxi. Attack by Not Sus. Iron Man taken out again. Mantis getting secured. Pretty similar draft so far. Once again, securing that Bruce banner, that Incredible Hulk. There goes Luna Snow. And Hela. Once again removed. Almost an identical draft to last time. So do we see anything different this time? In terms of the picks. Ah, Super Devil is back. We've lost Samurai. And Super Devil is back in play. But not playing the Incredible Hulk. This time they are the one playing the Namor. Once again, we just see how flexible Not Sus actually is. Napleson going to be looking at that Moon Knight here. Very interesting. Can be very powerful. But needs to be protected on that backline. Aegon returns into the play as well. Not Sus, just rotating through players. Making sure everyone gets a shot. Get the Hawkeyes on both sides. Almost had two of the Morris. Drafts very similar, but Ohio Warrior, once again, sticking on the Magneto, Delta on that Incredible Hulk. Let's see how we start off here. Already getting a few hits down. We don't get to see Moon Knight too often, so we're going to enjoy that. They have that Cloak and Dagger team up as well, which means, yeah, you can see the stealth for Napleson. Getting a good angle. Arc sent down, finally going to be picked off, but they got a little bit of damage out of it. Taking quite a lot of damage, actually, is the Hulk. Deep in the backline, Delta causing issues. Able to back out, but down goes Hawkeye. Yuzo wiped on that backline as Not Sus begin to snowball through. Neotoka taken out as well, and the defense of Fanum Taxi absolutely disintegrating here. S's on the back, healing up the team. Absolutely snowballing through here. This is exactly what we saw in their last series, that Not Sus, when they're winning, they start winning really hard. And that's what we're seeing here. Down goes Naple once again. And they are cruising through this. Protecting the Hulk, bound together to try and buy time on this first point. Axie with the counter, Not Sus. They're starting to go down here. Losing that Namor and the Hawkeye on the backline. Both of their damage dealers. The Duelist taken out. Jacob holding on to that Soul Resurgence so that they can push back the members of Not Sus. And Fanum Taxi. They will hold just before the first point. Hulk coming back. S's was taken out, but will respawn quite quickly. Aegon taking quite a lot of damage here. Healers will be respawning, though, and will top them back up. A little bit of damage, trying to bully that Hawkeye out, remove their attack angle, making their way forward. Eye of Agamotto available for Niatoka. Trying to step into the healing of the Cloak and Dagger, but it's already taken out, and suddenly Horde of Proteus sidesteps, though, not able to get the right angle here. Jacob protecting the rest of Fanum Taxi as they are begin to push forward. Here comes the Atonka, gets two on the backline, tries to burst through them. The protection from Aegon is good, but Dr. Hannibal still falls. Delta goes down to Yuzo, and Ohio Warrior wipes out S's. And Fanum Taxi, once again, able to hold back the onslaught of Not Sus. All that early momentum has collapsed. They need a regroup and they need a push. They have that Eye of Agamotto, but they already used the Horde of Proteus. Trying to push up. Trying to set up for their team as they take a little bit of damage on the rotation. Delta. Distraction. Absorption. Good damage. Nice with the Gamma Maelstrom. A little bit of extra damage to try and force them back. Remember, this is a pre-nerf Doctor Strange where that Gamma Maelstrom and even just the Maelstrom of Madness absolutely hurts. Trying to push through. The bound together from the Cloak and Dagger is doing some serious work here, but Yuzo and Jacob have already fallen. And Aegon pushing through, gets Polycarp. Naples taken down. The Itoka takes out Estes on the backline, but that's all that's really left is Doctor Strange, who will be focused down. The barrier keeping them alive, just living forever. But there's only so long they can do that, as they will be taken out. But have they bought enough time for anyone to rotate in and touch that point? Madness is nearby. Moon Knight from above, Ohio trying to make their way in. Naples taken out once again. The Atorka still far away as the point is captured. Not Sus grabbing the first point of this map, number 2. High Warrior dropped very low here, really trusting on their Strange to absorb those hits, but it's not enough. Both shields are taken out fast. Yatoka on the high ground, still piling on the pressure. Both Strangers with their Eyes of Agamotto. The ability to try and turn this fight on its head. Yuzo returning from spawn here. Naples moving off the Moon Knight, back on the Namora themselves now. Oceanic minions. A little bit of extra poke damage for the team. Pretty good damage output there. Getting harassed from behind. The flanking them on. They are taken out here. And Fanum Taxi's defense is once again disintegrating thanks to this flank. Jacob trying to do the best they can, but they are about to get absolutely blasted by them all. Taken down. And not Sus. Smashing through, pun intended, this second point. Already making their way onto point number 3. The momentum has returned. Aegon leading the front as usual as the Hulk will jump in and out. Doctor Strange's job is to be the vanguard against those that lie beyond the realms of our reality. Wrapping around, flanking Strange here, looking to potentially drop that Eye of Agamotto. Decides maybe not the best idea to be here. Gonna back away, take some damage, but is already getting healed up to full. But while they're applying this pressure, while they're creating this fear of the Eye of Agamotto this far back, that card is absolutely cruising forward. Try to creep their way in. Meteor M onto the back line, takes out the Bruce Banner as they continue to push their way forward. The Atoka has the Eye of Agamotto as they push on in. Will they hold on to it? Will they save it as Naples takes out Dr. Hannibal with the Oceanic Dominion? Both teams try to find the right angle. Aegon is still getting healed through this pretty effectively here. Hulk with the Unbreakable Guard as well to allow them to push on a little bit further. The angles making this very difficult. The flank from the Namora making it quite hard for Aegon to really get this going. You can see Delta tried to buy him a little bit of time there. Dr. Hannibal goes down, but Aegon still playing aggressively. The Eye of Agamotto comes out, only gets the Doctor Strange. Sorry, the Magneto, as Yuzo picks up a triple elimination. And they're even able to grab Super Devil on the counter push there. Nietoka trading out immediately. 50 seconds remaining for Not Sus. Try and lock this in with a triple cap. Fanum Taxi all in on this defense. Great pickup onto Axie, but suddenly Yuzo in trouble, picked off by the flanking Hulk. Horde of Proteus tanked, counter, start onto the backline, takes out Dr. Hannibal as Naples got a much better angle there. Hulk deep in the backline causing problems, but they are working down. Great protection onto Naples so that they can just try and whittle down that Hulk, which they will do. Send out of the ultimate. into banner. The Oceanic Dominions are doing damage here, just trying to send them out, get the bodies on the board. Here comes the blessing to keep them safe, as a lot of pressure is right now on the Niatorka to be a body on that objective, to stop that cart moving, but they have been taken down. Down goes the board, and it looks like Not Sus will take this third point. Nicely done. Not Sus with the triple cap. Fanum Taxi now needing a triple cap of their own to take us to a tiebreaker in order to even up the score there. Looks like we're going to be seeing that Rocket Raccoon as Fanum Taxi on the attack. Going full... I'm trying to think of a clever pun that doesn't... Which amendment is it in the US that's the right to bear arms? Fourth? Second? I don't know, I'm not from there. They're going full gun. All in with the Rocket Raccoon giving that ammo creation over to the Punisher and the Winter Soldier. Everything else pretty much the same. Those grayed out icons at the top, it's just a bug with how the observer feature works. Don't worry about it. The second they get eliminated once, they'll go back to normal. Otherwise, there's no effect on it at all other than the fact that they are slightly grayed out. Nothing too serious. Fanum Taxi. Pressure is on. They need the 3 cap to get into that overtime. Already pressuring hard. Yuzo doing some pretty good damage, but taking a lot themselves as well. With the structures destroyed, they use the Bionic Punch, getting out of danger. Trying to make sure that they don't get picked off here. Are we going to see a Bionic Hook anytime soon? Holding on to it for now. There it is, charged up. Doctor Strange pulled on in, but they don't land the punch, not able to get the final hit. And we will see Aegon able to back out. In fact, no one's going down yet. A lot of damage is being done. Okay, I spoke too soon. Axie absolutely eliminated. Make it to Dr. Hannibal. Yuzo is cleaning house right now. Tries to hook Strange again, does not find it. This is going very well right now for Fanum Taxi as they begin to push through. Protection from the Mantis with the Soul Resurgence as they push on in. Polygon, you can see with the ammo creation. Fire, 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 fire. Winter Soldier, don't stop shooting, baby. Tries to find the Namor, does not find it, but they get the pickup anyway thanks to Jacob. Nia Stalker gets Hannibal as well. Dr. Hannibal goes down. Mantis barely standing, but tanking through as they're trying to dive through. Kraken Strike onto the backline. Horn of Proteus comes out, but Fanum Taxi just keep tanking through. Aya Magamoto onto Not Sus. Super Devil getting chased down, pulling in Dr. Hannibal one more time. The Winter Soldier domination is established. Dominance acquired. And Fanum Taxi cruise through that first objective and continue to make their way forward. Kraken Impact already back up to 39% charged. Tainted Voltage being used for a little bit of extra pulse. Surprise Super Devil on the flank once again, leaving Jacob to focus them down. Ammo creation, sending shots down range. Tainted Voltage onto Dr. Hannibal, trying to chase them down. Don't find the target, but they're still able to get the pickup. Beautiful pull, another fantastic bionic hook. Yuzo breaking the defense here. Great job, Napleston able to just get a massive blow up with that final judgment. pushing through as the main vanguard, while Yuzo was off to the side, isolating individual members. And Fanum Taxi, we've been on them for a while. Let's swap off and see what else is going on with the team there. Because Yuzo, we've been watching them this entire time because they've been absolutely dominating. BRB, just in case someone goes down. It's immediately blown up, though. I think it looks like it went on a short cooldown because it couldn't open fully. Ayamagamoto onto the backline, gets 3 members. Yuzo and Jacob dropped low, but Polycarp with the healing coming in. But we are seeing Dr. Hannibal picking up quite a few KOs there with their own Kraken impact. 3 members eliminated on Fanum Taxi as Not Sus are finally able to put a stop to this push. Pulling in Ohio as they are getting focused down. Quick pickup, BRB brings Dr. Hannibal back into play. Polycarp with the Seer just sending in healing balls to keep the team topped up while they have that damage boost. Yuzo dropping low, Jacob healing up the rest of the team. Agsi has also brought out the Rocket Raccoon to try and help that Punisher, and help that Winter Soldier, help Hannibal break through this attack. Ayamagamoto comes out, stuns out quite a few members. Delta drops low. It's a triple. It's a quadruple. And Not Sus are collapsing here on the defense. Yuzo picks up yet another one. The cart is moving. And can anyone touch it? Mantis tries to make it in. Rocket tries to make it in. They've bought time for people to make it onto the point, but they are melting here. Portal comes down, but far too late. 3-3, we head into the tiebreaker. That was a strong performance by Fanum Taxi, only really being stopped once on that entire push. And now they're in a position where they can try, from what looked like a rough position to really come back from, as Not Sus got that triple points right at the start. They're in a position where they could go to match point. Not Sus back on attack with their opportunity to try and snipe this, try and take this series. Fanum Taxi not going to be swapping around their draft at all here. Sticking with the exact same. The Rocket Raccoon ammo creation. The infinite grit, as it is called, for the Winter Soldier. Infinite punishment, of course, for the Punisher. But for Rocket, simply ammo invention. We are seeing the Rocket and the Punisher coming in for Super Devil. Only 60 seconds left. Is this going to be the tool they need to break the defense of Fanum Taxi? Culling turret on the moving card so they can roll around the corner, but immediately cover is just taken. Holding on to the last 135 ammo there. Trying to break the shield. The damage is good, and a lot of distance is being given up by Fanum Taxi here. Last of the ammo sent into the backline. There's the ammo invention, blasting through. Nia Tonka taken out here. Ohio Warrior gets Dr. Hannibal on the other side, though. But this is still great by Super Devil. Burning through, trying to set themselves up. Polycarp with the damage buff on the other side, so they can try and turn it around themselves as Napleston is burning through with the smoke grenades, buying time, trying to force their way back through. Counter damage buff from the side of Not Sus with Agsi, trying to give their team the opportunity to make their way in here. Here comes the Hunter's Sight. Final Judgment forcing the retreat. They find an isolated Doctor Strange, though, who was wrapping around. Delta getting focused down. Final Judgment for Fanum Taxi on this defense with the Meteor M to buy some time, and it's enough! Naples and Ohio Warriors and Yuzo with the Kraken impact destroy Not Sus. Taken out before point number 1. 94 meters and 68 centimeters is the distance to beat on this map number 2 in this best of 5 series. Fanum Taxi. They've done all they can on the defense. Now all they need to do is replicate their success in their attack round first time go around. They're so far sticking exactly the same. Maplestone is hovering that Punisher, but has yet to lock it in. Not sus, though. They now have to put on the defense of their lives, and they will be going for the double. Dr. Hannibal going to be bringing out that Winter Soldier. Super Devil sticking with the Punisher.
Mantis, people keep calling me grumpy. Am I grumpy?
Well, you are stretched thin lately.
I do miss the jailbreaks. I'll call Drax. You're a sweetheart, Mantis.
Yeah, please call Drax. I want Drax in this game so bad. For the love of everything. Naples was hovering on the Black Widow there for a second, but has swapped back to the Punisher. 95 meters is essentially what is needed for Fanum Taxi here, as they push out right off the bat here. Higher Warrior taking a lot of damage. You see them using those shields, protecting that culling turret. Down goes Super Devil right off the bat, though. They are going hyper-aggressive. Fanum Taxi, they are replicating their attack from game number 1, where they start to get pickups, and then it begins to snowball. Super Devil, they've had to go for a long rollout, but they have made it back in time. Culling turret on the high ground, sending shots into the backline, but that turret is melted there. Yuzo pushing in, sending in the tainted shock. Trying to get onto the high ground. That cart is moving, will get finally stopped here. But Kraken impact onto the backline. If they find an elimination here, then that could be the snowball. There's one again! Again! They cruise on through, and Fanum Taxi break the defense. And they will take map number 2, setting themselves up beautifully for a match point. Impressive work by Fanum Taxi. You can, once again, we talked about it so many times before, Not Sus are so strong. They are ridiculously strong. When they're winning, when they get momentum, they take it all the way. But we see consistency. That is the difference right now. Nietoka consistently doing fantastic work here. 21k damage on Doctor Strange. The highest damage member, 30,000 for Dr. Hannibal. They are just ridiculously good. Super Devil showing up with 14 final hits as well. 24k damage, not bad either. But you can see the consistency, the damage a bit more spread out on the side of... I forgot the team name, good lord. Let's have a quick rewind. Fanum Taxi, good heavens. Good heavens. Get so much stuff happening here. Fanum Taxi spreading out their eliminations, spreading out their damage. 21, 21, 24, 25k between their frontliners and their backliners. Of course, only their strategists really underperforming in terms of the damage, but that's because they're busy healing you. Doing an amazing job, might I add. 27k and 43k for Polycarp. Close behind is Taxi, 39k with 30k for S's. The lead has been taken and extended by Fanum Taxi as we prepare to head in to map number 3. It's match point for Fanum Taxi. Can they close this out, or will Not Sus set themselves up for a reverse sweep? See you all after the break. Map number 3. It is match point for Fanum Taxi. Hall of Jalia will be our third map. Not Sus on attack. Fanum Taxi on defense. Do we see any target bans, or are we going to continue to loop the same characters? No ban at all for Not Sus. Now that's interesting. Fanum Taxi immediately remove Iron Man, but Not Sus now keeping more options open by not banning out something. You hide information from your opponents by doing this, but of course you do allow them a lot of their favorites. That, or your banner is AFK. It might be the latter. This could be a little unfortunate, as Not Sus. There we go. All right, they're in. They get that incredible Hulk. We are once again back with Super Devil and S's. Samurai not returning for this game. D7 is back as well. So another very sensible ban onto that Iron Man. Hella gonna be banned away one more time, as is Psylocke. Looks like Dr. Hannibal may have just been a little AFK at the start of that game. Niatoka is hovering a Captain America pre-buff. Yuzo is hovering a Spider-Man, as Ohio Warrior is on the Venom. I don't know how much of this will be committed to. Yep, there we go. There we go. Okay. Okay, alright, sure. No, we do still potentially see a Spider-Man. Yuzo, one of the best damage dealers, is currently hovering the strategist Luna Snow, leaving Polycarp to pick up the Namor. They've rolled out with it. They're going for it. And Naples, swapping between a couple characters here. Down onto Moon Knight. One more. One more swap. And Punisher. There we go. Just rotating through so many characters there. Pretty standard after some very weird swaps for Fanum Taxi at the start there. Not Sus. Also pretty standard here. Super Devil will be on the Namor this time. Let's see what they can do here. Not Sus. Pressure is on. Up to the high ground with this Namor. Flanking from behind onto the culling turret. Goodbye, Naples. That was nicely done by Super Devil. The flanking Namor. Setting themselves up beautifully. Their team is making their way onto the point here. Got the Hulk with them for that extra protection. High ground, Jacob trying to get the healing for their team as Ohio Warrior is ticking down here. Trying to get out of here. Naples forced back into the statue room. Trying to get the right angle onto the Incredible Hulk as Delta will be backing away. Reposition, reset, prepare yourself for when the fight actually kicks off, which will be at point 2, as that first objective taken so quickly by Not Sus. 5 minutes now is the defense time for Not Sus. Sorry, for Fanum Taxi, as Not Sus begin their push. Naples picking away from downrange onto D7. No rockets for the ammo invention here. D7 dropping so low. Oh, the Proteus onto the backline as once again we're seeing the flanking plays. Here comes Dr. Hannibal looking for the pickup for the reset, which they find. Back onto the point, take out the Strange, not enough for the reset. But they do smash through Fanum Taxi as once again, Not Sus have momentum and are not letting go of it. Aya Agamotto at the ready for D7. The Itoka has it on the other side as well. Hulk to distract. Buy time. There's that Aya Agamotto in the backline. Itoka gets the quadruple there. An absolute massacre. Fanum Taxi. At 3 meters to go, they wipe the defense there. Not sus, sent back to regroup and plan their next angle of attack. Fanum Taxi, they've set themselves up beautifully here. Polycarp on that Rocket Raccoon. They've got, once again, the double soldiers. Portal from behind. No ammo invention yet, but there is a final judgment to just try and melt through here. Checking flanks. Make sure they don't get ganked. Has the seer. Will drop it for the damage bonus onto that team. Yuzo's dropped low. Aya Agamotto coming in, grabs all the damage dealers. Naples taken down here, and Polycarp forced to dash through to get behind their front line, but a flanking setup from Super Devil, blasting through Ohio with the help of Delta, and Not Sus continued their relentless assault. Great tridents, but not enough. Super Devil taken out by Naples. The rocket's been abandoned once again. We're back onto that lunar snow. Buffing up that Namor. Naples. Pressuring in. Once again, landing some pretty good hits here. Yuzo has the Kraken impact, as does Dr. Hannibal. Oh, the Proteus, they drop him at the same time. Yuzo into the backline. Dr. Hannibal not finding their reset, as neither does Yuzo. Both of them just trading the shots back and forth, but it is going to be Yuzo, the first to fall. Horde of Proteus sidestepped by Hannibal, but they go down as well. Mia Dorka dropping low, tagging through as best as they can, but they will be taken out here. Delta eating so much damage for their team as Not Sus once again smashing through the defense. Fanum Taxi running out of options here. They have brought out the Star-Lord. Needs that healing. Taking out the Oceanic Dominions and the Frozen Spawns. Finds Super Devil in a hallway in the mist. Not able to chase any further forward. Incredible Hulk. Hulk smash into the backline. Meteor M coming out. Ohio Warrior took out 2 of the backliners, which means there is now a very lonely Hulk. Delta's taken down. It's 1 for 2 right now. Polycarp down, as is Delta. Frozen Spawns adding to the protection. Yuzo doing some great work, working through these backliners, trying to get rid of D7 on the front line. Bionic Hook onto Yuzo, but they're able to dash away. Dr. Hannibal, so scary. Looking for another. Blocked by the shield. Yuzo on the side. Horde of Proteus. Naples taking out Esses. Dr. Hannibal is down. Naples is down. But the defense is disintegrating once again. But not as fast as the attack, as Super Devil turns it round, picks up the double. Fanum Taxi hold the defense once again. And Napleton able to turn that round beautifully. Dominions being sent out. Sending damage down range at the approaching D7. You can see there's a couple low hit points in the back. Hulk on the flank, ready to try and move in. Getting healed up. There's the Hulk coming in from the side. Super Devil, Horde of Proteus. Nice Oceanic Blessing to protect themselves there. The Dominions doing good damage, but the cart is actually blocking a lot of them here. Not Sus will be driven back. Super Devil and S's dropping down once again. Delta trying to get out, will be sent back into banner and picked off. 1 minute to go as Hannibal falls once more, who did swap over to the Hawkeye. Portal from D7. Gonna try and get them past the statue into the objective so that they can just try and take him out from behind. Aya Magamoto is at the ready. D7 holding on to it. Fate of both worlds coming out from both Lunar Snows as they push on through. Horde of Proteus onto the backline, stuns out Delta and Dr. Hannibal as they try to push on through. Already Naples and Jacob have been taken out. Aya Magamoto is going to stun out Delta. Here comes the Galactic Legend as D7 is in trouble. Dropping low. They are taken out here as Yuzo is cleaning up the attack. 20 seconds remain for Not Sus to pull off something magical. They are still waiting for people to respawn, but they gotta get into play, get on the point, and get into this fight without a Lunar Snow, as those deaths are starting to stagger. 4, 3, Axie is on the point, trying to buy some extra time as that cloak and dagger. They did a good job delaying. Delta will make it in as well. Hulk smash to delay, to buy time, pushing in, trying to just get onto any of the damages and keep touching that point. But they drop down, they drop low, and there is no one left to touch. 2 points, 105 meters and 97 centimeters. It is now the time for Fanum Taxi. If they are able to push further, then they take this series and move on in the lower bracket. If Not Sus are able to hold them back, then Not Sus will be taking us to a map number 5 and the series will continue. Picks not too out of the ordinary this time by the looks of it. Neostalker sticking with that Doctor Strange. It has been working very effectively for them. Ohio Warrior has been absolutely dominating on this Magneto, just really ignoring the Hulk that everyone else likes to play, choosing to protect their team their own way. Gonna ride the tail. Parkour. Parkour the Panther. Hannibal sticking with that Winter Soldier S's onto the Lunar Snow this time. Yuzo, it helped them close out. They're going to stick with this Star-Lord here. Taking out the Oceanic Dominion. Portal being considered, but it's actually going to be abandoned there. Neostalker ditches the portal. And they're going to go on foot instead. A little bit of damage. Staying mobile, making themselves very hard to take down here. Yuzo playing hyper aggressive at this point. Wants to try and take out Super Devil on this backline. There is the Blaster Barrage. And they win the 1v1. Their team has won the everything else. As the point is going over to Fanum Taxi, they are cruising through in the same way that Not Sus did. That first point melting down here.
Help get that vehicle to its destination.
Delta taking a little bit of damage as they were trying to get onto the flank. Doctor Strange goes down. D7 taken out. Down goes Delta. And we are just seeing member after member fall on the side of Not Sus as on defense they are being pushed back again. Tainted Shock. Shots coming in. Kraken Impact. 1, 2, 3. Denied, but if they can get the pickup, they get the pickup, but because they did not land the Kraken Impact, they do not get the reset. Not Sus though, that buys them some time. Putting themselves in that much better defensive position. Fire Warrior has the Meteor M. Delta has finally moved off the Hulk, is on the Magneto of their own. Galactic Legend denied there. Order Proteus is traded from both of the Nemordis here. But Fate of Both Worlds and the Soul Resurgence delaying it. Aya Magamoto finds no one as they try to push on through. A lot of damage onto Ohio Warrior, has to self-shield there. And there comes the Fate of Both Worlds from the side of Fanum Taxi, trying to push through. Counter Meteor M off to the side, takes out Yuzo. Aya Magamoto comes down, only really stuns out Jacob. But they're still trying to force their way through, taking through, but there come Dr. Hannibal once again. Kraken Impact onto Polly. Polly able to avoid, but is still taken out. And not sus with 3 minutes to go. Really seeming to rely on Dr. Hannibal to take these shots with the Kraken Impact. But it is working. They're getting the charge back fast. And it comes out literally every time they need it. Yuzo in the sky once again. Causing damage, causing problems. Dr. Hannibal. Bionic hook, but it's onto Ohio Warrior who tanks through it and backs out. Trying to get onto Nia Stalker as the rooftop fight between Nia Stalker and Super Devil appears to be underway. Order Proteus was used. And Super Devil able to take the position. They've got a lovely angle here, finding Jacob. They really want Ohio Warrior as well, not able to do so, but they've got the perfect angle. Yuzo is now onto that Hawkeye. They're going to trade shots back and forth. Lovely cover up here, but they now have to use Oceanic Blessing if they want to get back up into shooting range, or they have to go around the outside of the building and put themselves at risk of being taken out here. Can't even make it that way round. Wraparound play coming in from Fanum Taxi. Got a good angle for it here. Oceanic Blessing finds Yuzo, duels them out. There comes Nipples with their own Horde of Proteus trying to break through. Here it comes again from Dr. Hannibal. Not finding a pickup here, and that could be big. Last time that's carried them through. Ohio Warrior with the Meteor M trying to get onto someone, not able to finish the job. Nia Stalker pushing forward. They get D7. There comes the Fate of Both Worlds from the Lunar Snow. S is on the backline as Nia Stalker being forced to retreat back onto that defensive position, up to the high ground. Once again, this time able to take out Super Devil and block out that Horde of Proteus. Portal is coming out for D7 to try and hold this defense directly onto the point. The point even acting as cover here. 5 meters, it's so close. Oh, they already passed. They're already on. That was a little hard to see visually there. Pushing through. Yuzo. Try to find those backline members. Try to find the isolated targets. That health bar for S is just disintegrated. Dr. Hannibal. Kraken Impact and Bionic Hook. Kraken Impact takes out Ohio Warrior. Looking for Yuzo, but the healing output is too good. Taken down. Yuzo landing good damage here. Looking for an elimination. Finds it onto Super Devil. If they keep getting these pickups, then they could try and close this out. Remember, if they get the 3 cap, it is over. Order Proteus blocked by the shield. Nia Stalker up to the high ground, has that Eye of Agamotto, and now they have cover. They have the mist. Eye of Agamotto, blind through the mist, gets onto D7 and Axie. D7 is wiped out immediately. Hannibal taken out by Yuzo as they push on through. Both strategists activate their abilities just to try and tank through. Meteor M from Delta to buy any time, but Fanum Taxi are tanking through. Down goes Delta. The backline, the strategists try to delay, buy time for the team. D7 is back, but it is past the point.
3, 2, 2.
And that is it. Fanum Taxi take the 3-0 in the series, 3-2 on the map. And they will continue their run in the lower bracket. Niathorka, once again, very well-deserved MVP. But Yuzo, 22 eliminations. Dr. Hannibal with 20. Putting on an absolute clinic for their teams. 29k damage, 30k damage for Napleson. Topping out the board there. Top healing. Very close, actually, in terms of healing. It's going to be 36k by Esses, 35 for Agsi, 34 for Polycarp. Really close between these teams here. Top damage blocked, 57k by D7. Doing so much work to try and absorb those hits for their team. Delta right behind them, same with Ohio Warrior. Yeah, Dolka actually not absorbing as much damage for their team because they are busy doing crimes. Getting eliminations. The 30k damage from Napleson. But that is going to be a solid 3-0 performance. Fanum Taxi, they will be moving on in the lower bracket. Tomorrow's video will be the other round 12 lower bracket game. And then I believe we'll be doing upper bracket semis. Let me double check that. Let me double check what the order of games is, because it is a little confusing. Because I do know that we'll do the upper bracket games before we do the next games we'll be casting will be some upper bracket games outside of, you know, the second game we're doing here. So we would EU console. Take me to the bracket. Here we go. Alright, so we just did Fanum Taxi versus Not Sus. Is that it? Yes, we did. Okay, so yeah, we have our other lower bracket game. This is very hard to read on mobile. Hang on, let me set this to desktop site so I can actually read it better. That's way better. Okay. So yeah, Fanum Taxi are through. Then we have our other lower bracket round 12 game. And then after that, it's going to be the upper bracket semi-finals. Because the loser of each of those games goes down and plays Fanum Taxi and the winner of Bliss versus Wenolson. Alright. There you go. Now you know the setup. Make sure to subscribe and turn on that bell notification so you can see all these casts when they come out. Become a member. Consider that so that you can get these casts one day early. And if you're a pro player and you'd be interested in having a talk and interview, if you're like one of the top-ranked teams, top 3 teams, we'll say, from any of the regions I've covered, console or PC, then you'd be up for an interview, hit me up. If you know any of them, tell them to drop me a message. My email's in the description. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you all next time.